Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. On behalf of the faculty, administration, and Board of Education, it is my distinct honor to welcome parents, family, and friends to the Henry Ford II High School Class of 2005 commencement exercises. Mr. Matt Shaner, instrumental music teacher, conducted the Ford II Concert Chorale in singing the national anthem and the processional played by our symphonic band. To the class of 2005, let me congratulate you on the occasion of your graduation from Henry Ford II High School, and to commend you most highly for the extraordinary achievements. You have impressed me throughout your 4 years as truly an outstanding class. This class has always been hardworking, well-mannered, most trustworthy, and loyal. Throughout your high school experiences, our faculty has seen you grow and become leaders, setting the tone for the rest of the student body to follow. The work ethic and dedication of this class has assured us of the quality that exists within our programs. And for the contributions of this class, Henry Ford II has the honor of being an exemplary blue ribbon high school in the state of Michigan. Also reflective of that quality, this class has 1 salutatorian and 7 valedictorians. 20% are National Honor Society members, and over 60% are receiving academic or athletic scholarships. Over 70% of the class is involved in a club or extracurricular activity. Approximately 2% of this graduating class will enlist in the military, and 4% will immediately join the workforce. A staggering 85% will enroll in classes for post-secondary education in trade schools, community colleges, and universities. These students will pursue higher education in the finest institutions of the world. Graduating seniors, we of the faculty join with your relatives and friends in wishing you success and happiness in all of your endeavors. Each one of you, at one time or another, has faced challenges and adversity. At times, the top of those challenging mountains did not seem reachable, but today, you stand on top. I believe this poem to be a wonderful reflection of your educational journey. Each of us must climb our separate mountain to reach at last our own extended view. We can be no more than what we are, yet that is quite enough for us to do. The world is far too great for comprehension, and so we only know what we can know. But given the abilities we're given, that's still a long and weary way to go. Yet on the way, how beautiful the moments, how good it feels to have some skill or art. How wonderful to pause in awestruck wonder at what must fill the unsuspecting heart. To begin our ceremonies this evening, it is my pleasure to introduce our special guests. They have all contributed in some fashion to the success of the class of 2005. First, Superintendent of Utica Community Schools, Dr. Joan Sargent. The members of our Board of Education who guide our district. Vice President, Mr. Kevin Lohmeyer. Secretary, Mr. Greg Watovich. And we would like to thank Mr. Watovich. This is the last year of his service as Board of Education member, and we thank everything that he has done for Utica Community Schools. Treasurer, Mr. Stephen Truman. Trustee, Mrs. Jean Clyda. Trustee, Mr. Carl Torito. Assistant Superintendent for Instruction, Mr. Randall Eckhart. Assistant Superintendent for Business and Finance, Mr. Richard Montcalm. Assistant Superintendent of Auxiliary Services, Mr. Mark Davey. And our Associate Principals, Mr. Jim Hall, Mr. Ken Marnin, and Administrative Intern, Mrs. Lisa McDill. We are also pleased to have the administrators from our feeder schools. I'm going to ask them to please stand and remain standing, and we will applaud when they are all standing. Principal of Havel Elementary, Mrs. Kathleen Shumanato. Harvey Elementary, Dr. Susan Pulte. Browning Elementary, Mr. Craig Christensen. Grabner Elementary, Dr. Linda Schneider-Radisky. McGahey Elementary, Ms. Carol Ann Pollock. Ebling Elementary, Mr. Brandon Manzella. Dresden Elementary, Ms. Michelle Vandekerkov. And Bemis Junior High School, Mrs. Joyce Spade. We would also like to recognize members of the Henry Ford II staff. Please stand and remain standing so that we can acknowledge each and every one of you. Foreign Language Department Co-Chair, Mrs. Jane Court. Fine Arts Department Chair, Mr. Joe Elliott. Industrial Arts Department Chair, Mr. Scott Spry. English Department Co-Chair, Mrs. Maureen Trella. English Department Co-Chair and Reader, Mrs. Kathleen Pleva. Physical Education Department, Mrs. Amy Junga. English Department and Reader, Mr. Mark Julian. English Department and Reader, Mr. Tim Akers. Science Department Chair, Mr. Lee Jenkins. Foreign Language Department Co-Chair and Reader, Mrs. Marge Mandel. Business Department, Mrs. Shannon Haynes. Counseling Department Chair, Mr. Matt Joseph. Special Education Department Chair, Mrs. Rhoda Stempen. Social Studies Department Co-Chair, Mr. Maury Allmacher. Social Studies Department Co-Chair, Mrs. Chris Purcell. Our Athletic Director, Mr. Dennis Schreiber. Activities Director, Mr. Mark Michael. And our Director of Technical Services, Mrs. Debbie Baker. And finally, I'd like to take a moment to recognize teachers serving as our graduation honor guard, seated with our students. Please stand. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2005. Salutatorian, Kimberly Seidel. Daughter of Richard and Linda Seidel, Kim plans on attending the University of Michigan and majoring in aerospace engineering. She received the National Buckeye Scholarship, the Walter H. Kidd Engineering Scholarship, and the University Scholarship from Ohio State University. She also received an appointment to the United States Air Force Academy. She was on the varsity cheerleading and participated in varsity track for 2 years. She was also a member of the Macomb Area Conference All-Academic Team. She is on the planning committee of the German Club. She was a peer mediator, a Falcon Scholar, a member of the National Honor Society, was vice president of her junior class, and is treasurer of the senior class, Ms. Kimberly Seidel. Valedictorian, Zina Aliasha. Daughter of Tarek and Nadia Aliasha, Zina plans on majoring in medicine at Oakland University and later cardiology at Wayne State University. She is a member of the National Honor Society and Future Nursing Club and a member of the Book Club. She has received a Macomb Scholastic Award and the Henry Ford II Nancy Grenier Scholarship. Zina Aliasha. Valedictorian, Kristen Berta. Daughter of Thomas and Anna Berta, Kristen plans on becoming an actuary at the University of Michigan. She is currently the senior class vice president. She is also a member of NHS, SAD, French Club, and peer mediation. She has earned the NHS Service Award, UCS Art Show Superintendent's Award, and the Detroit Free Press Creative Writing Honorable Mention Award. Ms. Kristen Berta. Valedictorian, Matthew Harris. Son of John and Judith Harris, Matthew plans on majoring in musical education at Central Michigan University. He has won the 2005 Macomb County All-Academic Class A Team and Macomb Daily Student of the Week. He has won the Central Michigan University Centralis Scholar Award, Oakland University Talented Scholars Award, Oakland University Annabelle Excellence Scholarship, and Music Scholarships. He is also a member of NHS as a leadership officer, jazz band, marching band section leader, symphonic band, and a member of our Science Olympiad, Mr. Matthew Harris. Valedictorian, Sarah Keith. Daughter of Craig and Sandra Keith, Sarah plans on majoring in physics at the University of Michigan. She has won the Falcon Scholar and the All-County Academic Team Award. She is also a member of NHS, Forensics, French Club, Science Olympiad, and the theater. Miss Sarah Keith. Valedictorian, Jessica Curis. Daughter of Chris and Donna Curis, Jessica plans on majoring in elementary education and a minor in math and music at Alma College. She has won the Lillian Demas Music Scholarship Award, Alma Trustee Honor Scholarship, the Alma Performance Music Scholarship, the Louis E. Dresch Music Scholarship, and the Jody Sonnenberger Memorial Award. She is also a member of Marching Band, Symphonic Band, French Club, and NHS. Miss Jessica Securis. Valedictorian, Janine Orlowski. Daughter of Jerry and Chloe Orlowski, Janine plans on studying political science or history at the University of Michigan and then law school to become a lawyer. She has won the MST Top 10 Award. She has been awarded the University of Michigan Regents Scholarship, LSA Merit Scholarship, the University of Michigan Robert Bentley Scholarship, and U of M Robert C. Byrd Scholarship, U of M Dean's Merit Scholarship, Boston University Merit Scholarship, New York University Merit Scholarship, Scripps College James E. Scripps Scholarship. She is in the French Club as secretary, forensics, mock trials, varsity track, NHS, and SAD. Ms. Janine Orlowski. Valedictorian, Stephanie Wilt. Daughter of Neil and Sandra Wilt, Stephanie plans on majoring in electrical engineering at Kettering University. She won the Kettering University Presidential Scholarship and the Dress Musical Scholarship. She is in French Club, Ski Club, swimming, captain in her senior year, and freshman soccer. Miss Stephanie Wilt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your valedictorians and salutatorian for the class of 2005. At this time, we turn our attention to our commencement speaker. Our speaker this evening is Nicole Sierra. Parents are Louis and Denise Sierra. Nicole plans on attending Oakland University and majoring in elementary education with a minor in Spanish. She is involved in the Henry Ford II SAD Group, National Honor Society, yearbook staff member, and Spanish club member. She has played on the softball team in her 9th and 11th grade years at Henry Ford II. She has also earned the NHS Service Award in her junior year. She has earned a UAW Ford Scholarship, Oakland University Academic Achievement Award, Oakland University Trustees Academic Success Award. The title of her speech this evening is Winning the Game, Miss Nicole Sierra.
As we sit here this evening, knowing not what lies ahead, but feeling satisfied that we have completed this lengthy challenge, we ask ourselves, exactly what have we gained from these last 13 years of school? Where do we go now, and how do we go about it? Questions whose importance we may not fully understand today, but which have helped to shape each and every one of us in a unique way. As Anatole France once said, to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. By believing in ourselves, we gain knowledge that not only indulges our minds, but our personalities and our perspectives as well. Today marks the end of an era, years of books, studying, and friendships that have led us to this gratifying moment. Tonight, the many mysteries of life are placed before us, and instead of casting a shadow, they are illuminating our world and setting a glow in our hearts. The anticipation and the anxiety within each one of us we confront today as we walk across this stage. Because I have a love for softball, I thought it would be appropriate to compare our years together to a simple ball game. Because inside of each of us, there is a winner and a ball player, waiting for his chance to leap across home plate. We can all look back to our elementary days, our first time up to bat. We waited for that first pitch, not knowing what to expect, yet still anticipating the finest. And although the memories are vague, the kickball games, the scraped knees, the newfound friendships, and the overwhelming attention can never be forgotten. As we neared first base, the first day of kindergarten entered us into the game of education. Some of us began to write our names and learn to read, while others ate crayons and Elmer's glue and pulled little girls' pigtails. And then there was middle school, our warm-up and preparation, when we began to choose a path and mentally prepare for the challenge ahead. We had been offered an incredible gift of knowledge, the courage to make a difference, and opportunities without an end in sight. For these gifts, we thank our parents, peers, and most importantly, our teachers. They were our parents away from home and have made all the difference in each step we will take towards our future, no matter what they may be. They were our biggest fans, the ones who never missed a game and who were rooting us on all the way to home plate. It was they who cared more that we tried our hardest and less about the win in the scorebook. Every day, each of them goes to their jobs with the enthusiasm to teach and inspire us, only to be asked the question, when am I ever going to need this? Although each of us recognizes that everything we learn now are but building blocks for our future. As I look at the graduating class of 2005, I am reminded of the unique gifts each one of us has to offer the world. We are athletes, poets, comedians, musicians, and educated students. We are dreamers, believers, thinkers, and doers. We are determined, optimistic, reliable, and benevolent individuals. Every change, every incident, and every circumstance, regardless of how small they may seem, made us the people that we are today. We all go through high school longing for freedom. Freedom from curfews, freedom to go where we want, and the freedom to be ourselves. The freedom to leave that ball game with a smile, knowing that our best was good enough, and that no matter how many outs we encounter, we can still be proud of our accomplishments. Today, we take one step closer to being on our own. One more step towards home plate and a future full of choices and endless possibilities. Yet we will always remember our families, the people who help drag us out of bed each morning, as well as our friends, the people there for us through thick and thin. We remember the time we spent together, going to movies, dressing up for spirit days, basketball games, or even just sitting at home for hours, thinking of what to do and resorting to absolutely nothing. Because of all these good times, we are ready to begin that life outside of high school and create more memories with the people we will never forget, the ones who have left footprints in our hearts. No matter where this game may take us, there will always be challenges in our lives, outs to make, and occasional games to lose. Although they may block the way of our success, any obstacle, big or small, makes us stronger and better prepared for the next challenge. As Brian Tracy once explained, whatever we expect with confidence becomes our own self-fulfilling prophecy. Each of us has a legacy to fulfill, and today is only the beginning to our journey. I look back with a great appreciation for everything that I have learned here, but I look forward with an even greater anticipation on all the wonderful things to come. Tonight, let's all take a moment and look forward to our futures, our dreams, and not dwell on our fears. Let's all have the faith that someday our dreams will be our realities. A great man once said, "Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game, because it's not always where you start, but where you're standing when you finish." Always remember who you are. Never lose your self-worth. Cherish the memories and treat every day like the precious moment it really is. Congratulations and the best of luck, class of 2005. May each of you cross home plate a winner. Thank you.
Nice job, Nicole. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce a leader with vision, dedication, and commitment to excellence. A student, parent, teacher, and community advocate, Dr. Sargent sets a standard of excellence for our district. It is my privilege to have our superintendent address the class of 2005, Dr. Joan Sargent.
Thank you, Mr. Monroe. Good evening, and congratulations to the Henry Ford II High School class of 2005. You are leaving Henry Ford High School, having successfully completed a goal that was 13 years in the making. And having reached your goal of high school graduation, you are each ready to begin another significant chapter in your life. Commencement Day is one of the best days that you and your family can experience together. It represents a great accomplishment. Your high school years were filled with significant events and memories that you will carry for a lifetime. Graduates, everyone in attendance today shares a great sense of pride in each and every one of you and the goals that you have achieved, both individually and collectively, as the class of 2005. In Utica Community Schools, you have completed a rigorous academic program and made many contributions to your school and your community. You have participated in academic, co-curricular, and athletic programs, and you have made important friendships to be valued now and into the future. You have learned much about life, and you have grown into young adults. And as you leave Utica Community Schools, there is still very much to learn. We hope that each of you will continue to set both personal and professional goals. Pursuing specific goals is important in order to achieve success in any endeavor. Goals allow you to measure the accomplishments that will move you forward to the next step in your life. They provide the necessary focus and direction to help you reach the future that each and every one of you has the power to create. They assist you in developing strategies to meet new challenges, and they give you a direction, a context for your decision-making. Embrace your goals with enthusiasm and dedication. These are the first steps to achieving them. And when a goal is reached, use it as a building block to achieve the next goal and the next throughout your lifetime. Everyone here today wants you to remember that life is a series of choices, and every choice you make has a consequence. Our hope for you is that you make the choices that move you forward in life in a positive and productive way. As graduates of the Utica Community Schools, you have a solid foundation upon which to build that future. And now it is you who will determine what that future will be. You cannot merely wish for success to succeed. A goal is a dream that you turn into action. Commit further that you will tap the potential inside each and every one of you. Congratulations and best wishes to the Henry Ford II High School class of 2005.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sargent. Our graduation soloist is Jordan Wood. Parents are Stephen and Betty Wood. Jordan plans on attending Macomb Community College to study secondary theater education. He plans on performing with the Macombers Show Choir and other Macomb vocal performances. Jordan is president of the Henry Ford II International Thespian Society, co-vice president of the Forensics Club, co-vice president of the Henry Ford II Chorale, and a member of the Choir Council. He is a 3-time state finalist for the Michigan Interscholastic Forensics Association competitions. Jordan has played prominent roles in the Henry Ford II plays and musical productions, and has earned a MCC McCombers Scholarship. Jordan will be singing "This Is the Moment." Mr. Jordan Wood.
This is the moment, this is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming becomes one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. This is the moment, this is the hour when I can open up tomorrow like a flower and set my hand to anything I plan to, fulfill my grand design, see all my stars align. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds, my way or never, I stay forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall
Truly outstanding, Jordan. Thank you. We welcome to the podium the Vice President of our Board of Education, Mr. Kevin Lohmeyer. Mr. Lohmeyer represents the community and leads the district with wisdom, energy, and commitment. And now, Mr. Lohmeyer, having fulfilled all of the requirements established by the state of Michigan and Utica Community Schools, we proudly recommend the Henry Ford II High School class of 2005 for graduation.
Good evening, members of the Henry Ford II class of 2005, parents, family, and staff. Congratulations to each of you for reaching this special day. The diplomas we will bestow today symbolize the completion of one journey and the beginning of another. Each of you in this arena have had a hand in fashioning this 13-year journey towards graduation, and I am glad you are here to celebrate the success of these students. Graduates, today is a day of mixed feelings. Excitement, anxiety, anticipation, and relief are some of those feelings. Your feelings are understandable because today signals the beginning of your adult life, commonly called your future. As you take these first steps into adult life, be assured that you have the skills and talents you will need to achieve your goals. But there is another essential ingredient required to truly achieve your dreams. Let me share it with you through a children's story entitled Some Dogs Do. Did I get my Some Dogs? Some Dogs Do. When Sid went off to school one day, a happy feeling came his way. It filled him up so much he found his paws just lifted off the ground. Without a how, without a why, Sid fell upwards towards the sky. Through the swirling puffs of clouds he twirled, above a tiny toy town world. In the land of sun and moons, like a doggy-shaped balloon. At school, Sid asked his best friend Ben, "Did you see me fly just then?" "Don't be daft," came Ben's reply. "You're a dog, and dogs don't fly." "But I did," said Sid. I did. In the classroom, Sid said, "Hey, guess what? I flew to school today." His classmates giggled, yelled, yowled. "Dogs don't fly to school," they howled. "But I did," said Sid. "I did." Miss Mayer, the teacher, shook her head. "Now, Sid, you shouldn't lie," she said. "All dogs walk and jump and run, but dogs don't fly. It can't be done." "But I did," said Sid. Gus said, "Right, if you can fly, come outside. Let's see you try." Sid's happiness was gone by then. He tried to get it back again. He thought about the clouds up high, and then he jumped into the sky and flop. "You see, you're just a dog," said Gus, "with a paws for walking just like us. That will teach you not to lie. Now you know dogs can't fly." When Sid walked home from school that day, it seemed a long and lonely way. And once at home with Mom and Dad, deep inside he still felt bad. He did the things he always did, but something wasn't quite right with Sid. His dad came out and asked, "What's up? You seem unhappy, little pup." Sid sat staring up at the sky, and all he said was, "Dogs don't fly." Sid's dad slowly raised his head. "I know a secret, Sid," he said. "Could you keep it safe inside?" "What's the secret?" Sid replied. He turned around and then he knew. Now you know the secret too. His dad could fly. Sid's happy eyes were open wide. "I knew it. Dogs do fly," he cried. Sid's dad said, "Come fly then, Sid." And that's exactly what Sid did. Do dogs fly? Is it true? Some dogs do, some dogs don't. Graduates, each of you, unique in your own way, has been said before, have the skills and talents you need to do whatever you can imagine. You can soar to the clouds and do spectacular things. But as Sid learned in the story, you have to believe in yourself and not let others put any limits on you. When you believe in yourself, all things are possible, because each of you already know how to fly. Now, by the power vested in me by the state of Michigan and on behalf of the Utica Community Schools Board of Education, it gives me great pleasure to present the Henry Ford II class of 2005 the diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, please proceed.
Just remind us.
Just remind you.
Kimberly Lynn Seidel. Zena Tarek Aliasha. Kristen Ann Berta. Matthew William Harris. Sarah Renee Keith. Jessica Marie Curris. Janine Brianna Orlowski, MST. Stephanie Lynn Wilt. Nicole Ashley Sierra. Jordan Francis Wood. Jack Michael Abbott. Hind Abdul Jabbar. Adam Ahmad Adam. Claudia Adam. Emir Adanalich. Vanessa Lynn Adkins. Robert Marcel Aiken. Anthony John Olampi. Lori Catherine Alexandrowitz. Carolyn Al-Kilo. Ryan Christopher Allen. Carrie Francis Amor. Edward Stephen Amiot. Melissa Marie Anderson. Jenna Lynn Andrews. Amanda Lynn Andrieski. Manuela Petkova Angelova. Joy Melody Anklam. Ahmed Syed Anwarullah. Sabella Yazid Aranki. Kathleen Marie Ash. Lisa Oddish. Sheena Chulavailil Babu. Ryan Michael Batchelor, MST. Peter Salvatore Badalamenti. Kelly Elise Baker. Jonathan Wesley Baker. Rachel Ann Barnes. Elizabeth Christine Barrett. Francesca Rosina Barretta. Lena Frances Bates. Corey Philip Beatty. Clyde Bako. Ryan Edward Bema. Michael Carl Benedict. Rebecca Ann Butenmiller. Alexandra Nicole Bevan. Allison Christine Bezjeski. Amanda Marie Biondo. Ashley Marie Biondo. Maria Nicoletta Biondo. James Clifford Bird Jr. Mark Eugene Bishop. Brittany Loretta Bjornholm. Alexander Blackwood III. Jessica Nicole Blankenship. Joseph Weston Boardman. Zachary David Bohak. Matthew Robert Bollinger. Stephen Thomas Bomarito. Carrie Marie Bonacorsi. Anthony Paul Borg. Matthew James Boylan. Kiara Consuelo Bracchi. Christopher Matthew Braille. Eric Jerome Brandt. Matthew Glenn Brashaw. Stacy Elizabeth Brond. Natasha Corinne Brock. Joseph David Brooks. Jason Robert Brown. Thaddeus Anthony Bukowicki. Eric Joseph Calabro. Kelsey Margaret Caponi. Molly Therese Carey. Kristen Fenwick Carney. Kelly Elizabeth Chappelle. Catherine Mary Charbonneau. Daniel Allen Chase. Matthew Michael Chase. Tara Renee Sikala. Lauren Christine Cleve. Tasha Lynn Klosser. Andrew Donald Cloutier. Sarah Nicole Colangelo. Samuel John Kim Cole. Andrew Stephen Collard. Derek Robert Collard. Samantha Nicole Compton. Michelle Adrian Condony. Colin Thomas Connor. Justin Curtis Cork. Amy Lynn Coulter. Samuel Lawrence Cravens. Jacqueline Marie Crawford. David Allen Churgo. Carissa Renee Courier. Jeremy Paul Zarnick. Eric Anthony DiAugustino. James George David III. Caroline Marie DeGrice. Amanda Nicole DeYoungie.
Andrea Nicole Dembski. Jessica Renee DeRoche. Adriana Teresa DeFonso. Nicholas William Dickerson. Stephanie Marie Dietrich. Charles Romano Di Gregorio. Heidi Lynn Dernberger. Jennifer Colleen Dishman. Patrick Joseph Dubala II. Jennifer Renee Dote. Jeffrey Francis Donahue. Andrew Jeffrey Donnelly. Christopher Ryan Drouse. David Craig Drouillard. Jacob Scott Dunlop. Stephanie Victoria Dyer. Krista Marie Dyer. Ashley Marie Eaton. Rebecca Lynn Elant. Christina Rose Emery. Cody Mackenzie Enmark. Amanda Marie Eschenberg. Timothy Daniel Eskew. Laura Ann Evola. Jonathan Kenneth Faber. Christopher Paul Falzone. Jessica Farnsworth. Amanda Marie Fawaz. Lauren Rose Figursky. Catherine Marie Filas. Megan Ann Finkel. Jason Michael Flora. Andrew John Fortin. Megan Elizabeth Fraser. Roger Andrew Frazo. Rachel Ann Fritsch. Amanda Renee Galechka. Thomas J. Gamache. Ursula Monica Garbowski. Farron Michelle Garvey. Erica Lynn Genord. Kevin Andrew Gerds. Jennifer Michelle Germain. Todd Andrew German. Andrew Michael Giacona. Erin Nicole Gillespie. Dana Michelle Gingrich. Anton Jokai. Adi Jola. Sean Michael Glasshauser. Timothy Edward Glendinning. Lindita Goichai. Andrew Michael Golek. Jacob Paul Gray. Angela Marie Grogas. Michelle Jacqueline Gronowski. Amanda Lee Gruenberg. Aaron Michael Haitius. Matthew Ryan Halperin. Sammy Nihad Hamed.
A little faster, okay?
Yep. Nicole Marie Henao. Joseph Hanna. Nicole Marie Harchuk. William Christopher Harding. Amber Renee Harris. Anthony Cedric Harris. Timothy Robert Hartman. Justin Ross Hatfield. Stephen Andrew Hatzilius. Stephanie Renee Hendren. Renee Joyce Henry. Christopher Michael Lewis Hines. Michael Scott Hitzelberger. Erin Catherine Hajnaki. Marcus Charles Hanold. Thomas Albert Houlihan. Brandon Wayne Howard. Beth Lynn Rabowski. Michael Allen Huber. Amanda Rose Hullway. James Robert Hunt. Michael Stephen Emmerich. Susanna Lynn Itria. Lauren Marie Jacobs. Melissa Marie Jacks. Nicholas Lawrence Jaskowski. Ashley Brianna Johnson. Christina Marie Johnson. Gregory David Johnson. Kevin Thomas Johnson. Mark Devlin Johnson. Mark Douglas Johnson. Joshua Corey Jones. Nicole Marie Jones. Ryan James Joseph. Rudy Jovanovski. Andrew Jabral Kasgorgas. Gary Michael Keller. Nicole Lynn Keller.
Nadia Khan. Donna Zuhair Kosho. Ashlyn Ann Kilgore. Audra Page Kaloran. Stephen Joseph King. Justin James Kloss. Ryan Joseph Knight. Crystal Kosh. Antonin Karenik. Elias Christopher Kostakis. Ryan Michael Kowalski. Justin James Kozatek. Tiffany Renee Kramer. Jennifer Lynn Krakowski. Cynthia Ann Kroc. Matthew Thomas Kuzmarski. Casey Leanne Kuntz. Lawrence Randall Scott Coons. Sean Michael Kushnerik. Giuseppe Dominic Lacaria. Amanda Lynn Lefebvre. Jonathan James Laporte. I'm behind now. Ryan Andrew Lejeune. Stephen Francis Lawrencell. Christina Marie Lawson. Leanne Nicole Lehman. Sony Tan Lee. Clay Robert Ledford. Austin Lee. Nicholas John Leon. James Michael Lesage, MST. Kayla Ann Lesniak. Laura Catherine Lufkin. Ken Liang. Elizabeth Brittany Lisbinski. Jennifer Marie Liu. MST. Jason Lawrence Lockhart. Amanda Margaret Leffler. Jessica Marie Loria. Vasa Valentine Luchin. Christopher Ellis Lumen. Ashley Nicole Lynn. Jason Thomas Malik. Stacy Elise Malacher. MST. Christina Marie Mann. Courtney Irene Manzella. Mirjana Markovska, Lindsay Michelle Martin, Mariah Beth Max, Nicholas James McDonald, Scott Russell McGillivray Jr., Joshua Roy McCargue, Melanie Marie McAnally, Scott Stephen McKee Jr., Aubrey Marie McKinney, Colleen Dawn McKinney, Brittany Sue Meadis, Brett Michael Miller, Lyle Miaduchevsky, Angela Marie Mosheri, Charles Joseph Mosheri, James David Morrison, Michael Stephen Mousseau, Matthew James Mraz, Brian Charles Mrazewski, Stephanie Ray Murphy, Trisha Ann Nardi, Danielle Elise Nishatka, Kira Ann Neal, Catherine Marie Nelson, Jeffrey Ryan Novak, Christine Michelle Odo, Dane Edward Okerhelm, Justin Miles Olachu, Lanil David Oliver, Karen Marie Olson, Kristen Nicole Olzum, Courtney Elaine Osborne, J. William Osterman, Laura Beth Ozog, Deborah Irene Panessa, Robert Edward Pasco, Deepa Patel, Jason Robert Paternoster, Ryan Philip Patton, Nicholas Thomas Paul, Heather Lynn Pulowski, Jennifer Catherine Piers, Derek William Pior, Ariel Martin Caballero Perez, Rebecca Lynn Perzik, Amanda Mae Peters, Jacqueline Nicole Petros, Tamara Mary Pettipies, Gregory Paul Plashahansky, Rachel Renee Pozovitz, Brian Nicholas Powers, Joanna Francesca Praviti, Alexandra Jacqueline Prisvilla, Nicholas James Riddell,
Todd Matthew Rudzinski, Roseanne Randazzo, Jason Chad Renard, Melissa Michelle Ritchie, Courtney Rochelle Roberts, John Joseph Roberts, Brittany Raquel Rozick, Andrew David Ross, MST, Danielle Christina Rossetti, Ronald Sean Rudish, Aaron Thomas Ruley, Daniel Martin Ruthkoski, Hussam Joseph Salem, Tiffany Sue Santini, Brent Joseph Saputo, Rachel Christine Schaefer. Jessica Lynn Schauer. Brian Robert Shelter. Lawrence David Shank III, MST. Kyle Matthew Sheeman. Heidi Loretta Schmidt. Christine Carol Shaner. Gregory Robert Seeger. Michael Allen Serenko. Teresa Marie Serwick. Erin Caitlin Chicato. Brian Edward Sharp. Matthew Christopher Shepard. Tracy Ann Shepard. Daniel Clifford Schoaf. Oswald Odebola Shodende. Walter Edward Sigmund. Brian Andrew Sinkowski. Ashley Patricia Slack. David Allen Smith. Natalie Ursula Smith. Jacqueline Ann Snarsky. Kristen Marie Sneath. Allison Grace Spearing. Thomas Clendon Spencer. Alex Michael Spawn. Jennifer Therese Stamper. Vincent Alexander Standiford. Kevin Brian Steffer. John Robert Stempowski. Melissa Marie Stevens. Kelly Lynn Stevens. Michael John Stewart. Brittany Lee Stewart. Lena Athir Suleiman. Zina Athir Suleiman. Chelsea Rose Shapansky. James Stephen Shemansky. Scott Robert Tangi. Leonard Harold Thanes III. Jeffrey Ray Todd Jr. Jennifer Lynn Tomchuk. Hannah Marilyn Towinski. John Jerome Trandell. Joseph Giovanni Trupiano. Krista Lee Trupiano. Ryan William Tyler. Kirsten Noel Uglum. Jacqueline Ann Uplegger. Adam Neil Unsendek. Brian Lewis Vandeputty. Nicholas Matthew Van Hecky. Stephanie Katrina Van Sice. Alexander Jacob Varga. Vincent Salvador Ventimiglia. Joseph Allen Verga. Whitney Elena Voss. Lorianne Vulai. Ovidiu Gheorghe Vulcu. Ashley Francine Walters. Desiree Erica Walters. Richard Lewis Warner. Patrick William Watson. Daniel Robert Tabatowski Webster. Summer Kelly Wedgerock. Julie Ann Walicki. Kevin Matthew Whalen. Łukasz Wieczynski. Kristen Deanne Wilker. Jeffrey Daniel Williams. Tara Nicole Williams. Tarzay Kent Williams Jr. Karen Lee Williamson. Jonathan Titus Wilson. Mark Thomas Wise, MST. Amanda Lynn Wisniewski. Sydney Lauren Wisman. Mitchell Andrew Wojcik. Justin William Wood. Megan Lynn Wooders. Nicole Carolyn Wozniak. Young. Anna Gassan Yelda. Melissa Page Zahodnik. Louisa Zavich. Amanda Regel Zernick. Emir Zorlak. Sanad Zukic. Catherine Marie Zundel.
We saved you this one, Kathy. I thought you might want to save it a couple of times.
All right, we're all set?
This evening, we celebrate the graduation of these students, signifying that they have achieved one level of education. My charge to you, graduates, is to be ever vigilant of what you have worked so hard to attain. Do not let it slip away. Continue to reach for the goal of being an educated person. Although your worldly goods can be taken away from you, no one can deprive you of your education. Education has many values, but clearly its most important value is the idea of education and all its attendant rewards. As graduates, we anticipate that you are and will continue to be honorable men and women, admirable, decent, dignified, dutiful, ethical, respectable, reliable, virtuous, and worthy in every aspect of your lives. Congratulations, graduates. Job well done. Graduates, I would ask you at this time to please stand as we turn our attention to the concert chorale as they perform for you as graduates one last time the Henry Ford II High School alma mater.
As days go by and we recall the times we had within Ford's hallowed halls, our voices raised in singing a tribute to our Sioux, to the spirit and the pride of the Falcons. We pledge our strength in song. Our hearts will fill with memories of when our lives had the stars. As days go by